And this is a revised episode 10 of Abraham Lincoln Goes Mining. Start off again displaying kind of the city world that I described before, of the city world of the Isles. So we have you can even see through the water there, that's the old minecart station that we have, and the Battleplex, BB, which means bulletin board, which is also where our spawn point is, and TP's trading post. And these are just a couple of my friends' places. This is my house. First I'll show you guys an outside view. Well, actually the inside view. In here we got seats, half-block seats. Look quite nice with the lava feeding, so lava warming on your feet, so in the wintertime you can just sit here and warm your feet. It's jukeboxes on either side, so you can play records. I have 2 records, but I don't have them out. My same dock that I had before, except for I kind of made it a little better. Perhaps I'll add some lanterns with glowstone. And then we'll go down here, and you'll see my safe, which is got a 12 lever lock on it. So to be able to open what would be normally steel doors, you would have to have the right combination. Unfortunately, with the 1.2 patch, somehow the levers got broken, and now you cannot toggle them from down to regular state. Well, actually the bug is they toggle redstone wire. The redstone wire will toggle, but the switch does not. Therefore it's kind of hard to distinguish whether you got right combination, especially with 12 switches. So I'm just using 2 doors now until that gets fixed or something. We have my storage here, which has everything in probably the most compact space I could figure out. It's kind of a square. You know, you have everything, including I had extra space that I had no clue what to do with. And now with all the added dye blocks and wool blocks, I can put them in there. And all my new food, so I can stack a ton of cakes and some pork and such in there. You know, plenty of space in here. You got workbenches. Now that my space is open, I took out, but I had blocks of iron and blocks of gold lining on the bottom of the floor to look real nice and kind of posh. Across from my safe is my minecart station, which has a very smart design, which allows me to either start off down in this slope and be able to launch myself from one base to another base, or also be able to launch it that way, so I can go in either direction based on how this lever is toggled. All you have to do is press the button, and the minecart will come out and drag you along, assuming that you have a minecart set down there. It only requires 1 button press as opposed to the other one that I had, which required you to spam the buttons, and I could show that in another episode. This is my entrance down to my mines, this is where most of the stuff happens. I got the Lincoln underground plantations with all sorts of stuff. These are my underground farms, fully complete with my wheat farm. And the reason I chose to have a small wheat farm was because, I mean, who really needs to be producing 3 stacks of wheat every time? And who really needs those fully automated ones when you can have this much wheat? You can make tons of bread. I'm not producing wheat for 40 people, I'm producing wheat for mainly myself. Sugarcane farm. And this sugarcane farm is optimized. If you look at the ground, you see all these half blocks. All these half blocks are right above a water source block, so that all of this dirt always is surrounded by at least 1 water block, which is requirements for reeds to grow. Except for blocks like this, which, because it's on the edge and it's in such a strange pattern, there's no way to really put it on there unless I were to put it into the wall there. But I don't care too much because this already produces quite a lot. Fully operational tree farm, which grows every tree 4 blocks high, which makes, with this grid, it makes it so that you produce 64 blocks of wood every single time you harvest. So I kind of like it. It's a good round number. And certainly the most fun and the easiest, and one that's kind of cool now because we can use it for dye, is the cactus farm. Fully automated. Doesn't produce a lot, but it works. I like it. And the only thing else really that I need to show you from my house would be my drift mines. And I've changed around how my caves were. Before, originally used to enter down through there, through these stairs, and there was another area behind there, but I blocked all that off since. Now you enter under there and you can come over here. This is all the old stuff. So now instead of that, you actually enter the mine system quite easily through this staircase, which is located right at the end of this hallway. See, it feels a lot faster to go this way normally, because most of the time when I'm going on my mines, I don't really go anywhere but this route. I also made another shortcut right here down into this area, and brings me down to where all the magic happens in my drift mine. You got some storage chests and such, so you can stay down here for a while if you really need to. You can make, there's plenty of bread, a bucket so you can get water, so if you run into lava, wood so you can make more tools, because certainly if you're going to be stuck down here a while, you're going to have to make more tools, and you need wood for that. Originally I brought a whole stack, and it's kind of been dwindling down, but 38's enough to last you a long time. This is the main drift. This was all blown using TNT. All of the TNT was harvested using mob spawners, which I harvested gunpowder from, and then mass harvested sand very basically by shovel. All of this is legitimate. This is a legit server. So it's kind of amazing that I can do these things and afford to. It's kind of convenient. We have drift 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and I think 3A is also blown. So you can see the naming scheme. This would be 2A, 2B, and this would be 3A. All of those are blown. Soon I'll be blowing this one. The way it works is you have to have a mine set up like this. So you have. I can even simplify this. You have 2 blocks and then 1 down. 2 blocks and then 1 down. And let me fix this real quick, because it should actually be 2 blocks, 1 down, 2 blocks, 1 down. And in each one of these down areas you put a TNT block, and then when you want to ignite it all, you run backwards, spamming the button, kind of like this, until you hit all the TNT, and it will blow a giant mine. If you do not do that, if you do not run backwards, you'll risk the fact that you'll chain explosions and mess everything up. Generally it looks like this. Sometimes it goes a little slower. Not a problem to just fill in with cobblestone, because you're certainly going to be getting a lot of it. The smart thing about this is if you do it at this proper level, which is, just notice how it's a couple blocks above. If you do it at this block, which is block 14, and block 15, above the highest level that bedrock can be, you run the risk of not being able to hit lava as much. So if you do it a block lower, your floors are probably going to be at this level where lava occurs a lot. Also, it's high enough so that you'll still encounter diamonds, so it's the perfect level. And that's about it. There's not too much in my world. I haven't gotten a lot of things going on other than at everyone else's place. These are kind of the main achievements of my toil and slave work. We'll be posting this, and soon we'll be also posting another video including my minecart station, the battleplex, and some certain other areas of my world. Hope you guys enjoyed it.